Well, currently about 200 Vietnamese nationals study in Oklahoma. In fact, the University of Oklahoma has more Vietnamese nationals as students than any other university in America. A relationship that not only is good for Vietnam, but Oklahoma as well. Touchdown in Hanoi was a welcome trip home for OU student Van Pham. A doctoral student in economics, Van is part of a growing trend of Vietnamese students coming to Oklahoma to study.
I got a scholarship from the Vietnamese government to go to U.S. to study a master in economics. And what is the most impressive about Oklahoma? We feel it's such a wonderful environment for us to study.
Pham was in Vietnam as part of a delegation to sign an agreement to encourage such student exchanges. Paul Reiser is the Chancellor for Higher Education for Oklahoma.
Both Oklahoma and Vietnam have opportunities to build strengths not only in terms of people, but in terms of commerce and business.
That's because once trained, most international students return home to positions of influence. Petro-Vietnam is a state-owned oil company that's responsible for 25% of Vietnam's gross domestic product, and of their senior-level managers, 150 were trained in Oklahoma.
And so now when an Oklahoma company walks into Petro-Vietnam, many times they're sitting across the table from the very students that have recently graduated from the University of Oklahoma or now from the University of Tulsa.
Such a competitive advantage has helped not only state businesses, but our education system. Students and their parents packed a hotel ballroom to listen to representatives from Oklahoma's 3 major universities.
University of Oklahoma is very proud to have a lot.
May Wan is Associate Dean at the University of Oklahoma and says she still remembers how she felt when she was sitting in their seat.
I was really excited, but also was very scared. And America was the great country that everybody was talking about at that time. And all the top students would like to go abroad and then have a master or PhD degree from United States.
Last year, over 8,600 international students were studying in Oklahoma, contributing over $170 million to our state's economy, an impact that reaches beyond borders. With its booming economy, Vietnam is in need of not only capital, but training.
Well, Vietnam is not that different from Oklahoma.
Justin Smedley is the State Coordinator of Economic Development for the State Department of Career Tech.
We plug into a global economy in a lot of aspects. We have the opportunity with what we have as a state to interface with not only other states in our nation, but other countries.
And by doing so, increase trade. According to the U.S. Embassy in Vietnam, with over half of all Vietnamese under the age of 30, skills training is a national priority.
When Oklahoma welcomes international students, they make significant contributions to our economy. So it's really an economic benefit to have international students in Oklahoma. It also is a chance for our students and, in fact, Oklahomans to understand better, in this case, the country of Vietnam. And so when we think about creating new companies and sending them to this country in Vietnam, then we have a better understanding of Vietnam and how those companies can be successful.